Booktube. I'm Scott.
I'm Nelle.
And today we're going to discuss whether tag videos are filler content or not. Are tag videos valuable content? Before we do this, I want to give a shout out to a channel that's quite new to us and evidently quite new to a few people. I'd like to shout out Grace at GE Reads. If you've never heard of Grace, you're not alone because she has 4 subscribers last time I saw.
So get on it!
So I definitely want to give her a bit of a shout out, give her a bit of a shot in the arm. I know we're not a big Booktube channel, but I'm sure we can get that number up to 14.
Yeah.
Right?
Good.
Let's get her 10 new subscribers, please.
Yeah.
She's excellent, and I'm sure that most of you guys will not have known about her. Oh, we're going to play fetch, are we now, Bryn? You've picked bad timing.
No, what he's saying is my treat ball has no treats left in it.
Come up here.
Put some more treats in my treat ball.
Yeah, you just get loved like that. Now.
Yeah, here's something you don't want.
Yeah.
My affection. You will have my affection regardless of consent. Okay, so our tag videos filler content. Someone said the other week that we do lots of tag videos, and I was hurt.
But we do lots of tag videos.
But we do lots of tag videos.
I think, look, when you start a Booktube channel, you should definitely do tag videos because tag videos are a good way, like, we search tag videos to watch when we like the tag video. They're a good way of just growing your subscriber count. Tagging other people is a good way of, essentially saying, hey, I like you, be my friend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good community build-up, but also, I don't know, like, in the olden days of YouTube, you used to, like, reply to people's videos, like, make video responses. That doesn't really seem to happen anymore, and I feel like tag videos are sort of the way that we've evolved to have a conversation on the same topic. Like, some of them are a bit...
Look, I think with a lot of things, it depends who's doing them, right? If my tag video is, what's your favourite book? What's your second favourite book? What's a pretty book cover? That's going to result in a pretty boring video, right?
Unless you're supremely entertaining. I have seen some booktubers turn really boring questions into entertaining content.
And, look, we've had our...
And vice versa. Really good questions be turned into just absolute...
Yeah.
By people who have... I don't know, have a coffee, people.
But different people like different styles, and some people...
Yeah, for sure. For some people it's about the information, and for some people it's about being entertaining, and for some people it's about being part of a conversation.
And I mean, when we're searching, see, the thing that I find with booktubers is that after I've watched half a dozen of your videos, I find your videos are better. And I think
Or worse.
Or worse, usually better.
Yeah.
I find that getting to know a booktuber, then I care about their opinions a bit. So, when somebody that I watch regularly says, this is my favourite book of all time, that actually means something.
It's not just a spot in a list of questions.
Yeah.
But I do think that ultimately on Booktube, 99% of the videos that we create are essentially lists of books.
Yes.
They are just lists of books that we either like or hate, that we think you should buy or should not buy. They're lists of books. And finding new ways to format that is a creative task. But unless it's part of a greater conversation, those lists of books are pointless.
Yeah.
And I think that tag videos are a part of what joins us up as a community to make it an actual conversation, rather than just, John Smith being on the internet saying, this is my opinion about literature and my opinion is important. Well, no one of us has an important opinion, but as a collective, it's interesting.
Yeah. And I think tag videos are also a mechanic. So we're filming in a batch at the moment, so I don't know the order that our videos will go out in.
No.
But as part of this batch, we have a new tag video that we're going to do. And it's a tag video that I've written because I want to know
the answers to the questions.
Yeah, I actually, and for me, this is not, I don't know if this will be entertaining content or not, but I actually am interested in what other people would say, and I'm interested in what like 100 other booktubers say.
Yeah, like
So,
this is essentially Scott doing a survey. The other thing
is.
that I've got that we're filming in this batch is we're going to talk about the results of the DNF tag that we wrote a few months ago, and it sort of went a bit nutso, and everyone seems to have done it. That was the same. I wrote the questions about DNFing because I wanted to know the answers. I wanted to know what other people thought about things that we thought were a given and a routine. And the responses have been really interesting, and we're going to actually make a video talking about the responses and continue that conversation, which is exciting. But you don't know when you make that video if anyone's going to respond or if it's going to be interesting responses. And when you watch 100 billion of those videos, because we've watched every single one of your responses to that tag,
there's definitely some better ones and some worse ones.
But it also gets repetitive. Like if you're actually committed to watching every single response to a tag, it is actually different people answering the same questions over and over again. So if you're one of these people who watches newbie tags a lot, I'm sure you're sick of those questions.
Yes, I mean,
it's certainly one of the things that we used to do to find new booktubers, and now we don't because we're really very over that.
I must confess that I wish somebody would write a new booktube newbie tag, but how you would actually, like, I wonder how the booktube newbie tag actually got out there. To be honest,
maybe we should try and write a new booktube newbie tag that inspires them to be a bit more, I don't know, just that is different, so that everybody watches them and has different things to watch.
The other thing that's silly about the booktube newbie tag is, like, when we do tag videos, we're often a bit sillier than when we do other videos. We don't take tag videos seriously, and that's just what we've.
Yeah, that's just our personal take on it.
That's our personal take on it, but and now that we've been creating videos for, what are we in? We're in our 9th or 10th month now of making videos. We've got a bit of we know what we're doing. We've got a stick. We know.
Yeah, but the first. Oh, I would be interested to go back and watch our newbie tag actually a little bit.
Yeah, and you've got to get comfortable in front of the camera and all of that sort of stuff. So I often feel bad for a booktube newbie because, what interesting and unique things do you bring to booktube? Well,
they probably don't.
How do they even know that before? Yeah. But yeah, I do find that very repetitive watching that, and it's one of the things that. I'm glad that we have decided not to do anymore.
Yes.
And there are definitely other ways to find interesting new booktubers.
Yeah, for sure. But watching the DNF tag, watching every single one of the DNF tag was really interesting because we were interested in the conversation. And there's definitely patterns that are super interesting, and there's individual responses that are super interesting. But it's getting harder to click on those videos as time goes by because we have seen 100,000 of them now.
But it does. Whenever somebody does, I might do just another shout out. If you want to see quite a recent DNF tag that's quite good, watch Jess the Book Freaks version.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
It was really good. It's she's done it 4 months after we wrote it or something. And she's done it in the form of like an FBI agent interviewing herself, and she's dressed up in 2 different costumes.
I've got to say, now when there's a standout, it's a real standout.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
And that's her stick and her style, and it's really, and that it just pointed out to me that she was going to be a good quality booktuber to watch from that one video. Where with often you watch booktubers that you love, and the tag isn't quite as good. And you think if that was the first time I was watching, I might not have even subscribed to you, but it's a good thing that I love you anyway.
But it's all part of the conversation, and I think for a while tag videos got a bit like, we'll relate books to inanimate objects, and
yeah,
not necessarily actually. I think a good tag video inspires conversation, is about ideas rather than necessarily just another way to list titles, and and you want to see other people's opinions. You want to see other people's take on it.
Yeah. So I guess what we're saying is a tag video filler content?
Sometimes.
It depends on the tag video. It depends on the booktuber. And it depends on... There was another thing there, but...
But I also think that it's essential filler content, even when it's filler content, because those tagging people at the end, that promotes other people's channels. It connects people, you know, creates little clusters of people watching similar content. So you can talk in the comments to people that you're familiar with and you know, make friends and make it not a linear community, just like little clusters. Do you know what I mean?
And I definitely think, like, for us, one of the most positive things coming out of BookTube has been meeting people like Danny and Ange, who we met quite early on, and, you know, forming a little cluster. And that's not to say that, I mean, everybody we meet on BookTube is excellent, but they were two of our very first friends that we made on BookTube, and making friends like that is awesome. And tag videos is such a good way to meet that. So it's almost, and it's
a good way to say, like, I like you.
Yeah, it's speed dating in BookTube form, you know.
It totally is.
Yeah. So I guess when we hear people say tag video is filler content, that's really them being boring.
I think so. I think if you're bored, then you're boring.
Oh, well, no. If you're making boring content, then you're boring.
I was quoting a song.
Oh. Okay. I'm pop culturally...
tone deaf. Yeah. It's alright. Someone else would have missed the reference and thought I was an arsehole too.
Yeah. Yeah. And as one of our favourite videos creators said, if you're not on this list, it's because you're boring and you need to make better videos.
Thanks, Simon.
That was hilarious, though.
Yeah, it was a good video.
All right, I think that's all we've got to say on this topic.
We're done.
This is a good length. All right, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Ring that bell if you want to hear everything we have to say, but we're obnoxious.
Because we're awesome.
And tell us what you think. Are tag videos filler? Bye.